we should start the class now. It's 6:05 sharp already. So I think if you remember in the last session, we have covered up about the pricing strategy. That is international pricing strategy we have talked about. And we have also discussed about what are the different dimensions which we need to cover up whenever the company is setting the prices for their products. Okay, whether it's a market to market price, which we can say the altered price as per the market condition, or it may be uniform pricing, which is same throughout the region or a particular geography, we can say. Okay. Now the next topic, which is the most important topic, definitely we'll try to cover up in today's session, that is about the corporate strategies. Okay. Now when we talk about the corporate strategy, we are talking about basically three major issues or three major challenges which we always talk about. Now when I'm just talking about corporate strategy, it's basically is all about companies' survival. It's basically is all about companies' success, that whether the company would be able to sustain in the market for the long run, and what about their approaches, what about their foresightedness when it's come to their, you could say, stability in the market, so that they could have the, you could say, the profit margin or their cash flow should be on the continuous manner. Now, when we discuss about this particular very first point about corporate strategy, there are basically three major points we are talking right now. The first one is called directional strategy. Second one is called your portfolio analysis. And third is called your parenting strategy. Now, when we talk about directional strategy is basically all about, it will basically give the company a particular orientation, a particular blueprint or a particular path, so that the company would be able to follow the footpath, or you could say the footprints of the top management about how the company would be processed in the long run. Now, these particular directional strategies basically consist of three major points. That is about the growth strategy, stability strategy, and retrenchment strategy. That we'll discuss definitely one by one in detail as well. The second we are talking right now, that is about the portfolio analysis. Now, when we discuss about the term portfolio, what do you mean by what portfolio first, students? What do you mean by portfolio?
Sir, a particular department or division.
Okay, an example?
Sir, like as I'm taking this example because we did such a case studies that organization has sales department, has marketing department, has advertisement department. Although the main propaganda of each and every department is almost the same, but they are being distinguished among each other, like sales, marketing, and advertisement. So these branches could be said as portfolio.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Somit. And I'll request everyone, I think, please kindly switch on your videos, as it is compulsory now for everyone, even with the faculty as well. Well, even I tried to switch on my video in the previous sessions, but the students are not all interactive for the same. Okay, so I'll request from today or tomorrow, you need to switch on your videos whenever we are interacting with the faculty members. Okay, now when we, as I think we discussed with the Somit regarding the portfolio analysis. Portfolio is nothing but basically the different units or different offering of the company. Now, when I'm just talking about, let us suppose Westside, okay, or Tata company we are talking right now. The Tata having the portfolio in different domain. When we start from the apparel section, we talk about tea section, we talk about coffee or cafe, we can say, we talk about steel industry, we talk about automobiles. Portfolio basically always about that, what are the different offerings which is being provided by the company into the market, and whether the portfolio or the product which the company is offering in the market would be competitive enough to face the, you could say, competition in the market or not. Okay, we talk about, you could say, the competition between the Maruti and Hyundai and Kia. This is basically the portfolio, because definitely Maruti do have their line items in their, you could say, armory when we discuss about their offering in the market. Hyundai do have their USPs when it comes to their offering. Kia do have their offering in the market as well. Portfolio basically nothing but the total number of products which the company is offering, and which product is most popular, least popular, or averagely demanded in the market by the customer. That analysis is called your portfolio analysis. Am I clear, I think, with this? Portfolio analysis. Yes? Somit, I think clear my point.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much. Next one, and third strategy we have, it is called the parenting strategy. Now, parenting is nothing but, for example, if I'm talking about a business firm like Reliance, Reliance do have their sister concern or their subsidiaries. Okay, we talk about Reliance Communication, we talk about Reliance Jewels, we talk about Reliance Footprints, and blah blah. But a lot of you could say RBD they have in their portfolio. Up to what extent the focus of Reliance towards their subsidiary concern? Okay, how being a top management or being a parent to the subsidiary concern, and how they are taking care about all those organizations in the long run. Okay, this is basically called the parenting strategy. You can see that the coordination between the top management and the concerned parent, concerned, you could say child company or child concern or sister concern, it is called actually. What about the sharing of resources? What about the focus of the company toward that particular organization? That is called your parenting strategy, so that you can nurture them, you can establish them, you can give some, you could say, cushion in order to sustain in the market for long run. I hope so. These are the basic three strategies we're going to cover up under corporate strategy. Guys, please kindly confirm. Is it clear? We'll discuss in detail all these points now.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So before starting the particular first topic, that is called directional strategy, can you please guide me regarding what is growth, what is stability, and what is retrenchment with an example, I think? Because the very first point we have.
Sir, are you asking only the example or the definition also?
Definition. What is growth? What is stability? What is retrenchment?
Hello?
Yes.
Sir, growth is something that leads to the expansion in term quantitatively and qualitatively, both.
So, can I have your videos, I think?
Sir, actually, today I'm having some problems, but from tomorrow, positively, I can have it because my surrounding is not proper. That's why, sir.
Perfect. No worries.
Okay, sir. Sir, actually, the growth is something means if we speak in our words, it is expansion both quantitatively and qualitatively in its nature.
Okay. What about stability? I think. Let me show the slides now. I think so. The three basic points we're talking about. Okay. That is about the growth, stability, and retrenchment. Now, as Somij, I think, suggested by, right, what is growth, first of all? Growth is basically something, when we're talking right now, it will always actually give you a particular perspective about company's future course of action. Okay. It's all about what about the company's, you could say, hunger in order to achieve something in the organization or in their professional world or in the corporate world. It's all about where the company actually look after down the line, after 5 years, down the line, after 10 years. They have certain perspective in their mind. That is basically called your growth strategy. Now, when I was talking about the growth strategy basically consists of two basic parts. That is about the concentration and diversification. Now, when I was talking about concentration, means sticking to the same domain or same product line. Sticking to the same domain or same product line. Again, I'll just take you an example about Amul. Okay, how the Amul is basically started only with the milk products, but diverted to ice creams and you could say biscuits and other, you could say, dairy product or other items in order to sustain in the market. Concentration basically always talks about the sticking to your basic plans and not diverting to the other product line or other product domain in the market. But when it's come to diversification basically is all about sticking to the existing company, but the company is also diversifying, company is also expanding their feather in other product line as well, like what the Amul did in the past, what the Parle-G did in the past. Concentration strategy basically is all about how the particular company is focusing only towards a particular single item or single concentration. Okay, so when I'm just talking about this particular growth strategy, it basically consists of two major parts, concentration and diversification. And these both aspects will give the company a different way of thinking, whether you could say in depth with the existing product line or with the expanded product line and their offering into the market. Any example, I think, if anyone can comment on this, concentration and diversification only. Then we'll discuss in detail about vertical and horizontal growth.
Sir, are you asking this in corporate aspect? Means this
definitely.
concentration. Then, sir, it is also being related with means quantification rather than qualification. Means qualification and the quantification. If we speak about, like we have the example of Microsoft, means which utilizes a form of means domain which is being concentrated to it only. So, and also for other companies like Google. So this can be, sir, these all could be the examples which concentrates on quantification rather than qualification.
Yes, definitely. See, because we are talking about the growth strategy, and we are talking about, like, the very good point you have raised, actually, that is about the qualitative growth or quantitative growth. Now, like, as we are taking some example regarding, like, the China and the dumping of the product in the market. Okay, how the Chinese product or the Chinese brands, like when we even discuss about you could say, the telecommunication, the mobile phone sector, if we talk about how these particular companies are basically focusing on quantitative growth. Yes, Sumit, I think I'm talking right now. When we talk about Redmi, we talk about Oppo. All these companies are basically more concerned towards penetration rather to actually set certain set of quality standards in their armory or in their, you could say, portfolio. Okay. Similarly, yeah, we talk about the example of Patanjali. Okay, how the Patanjali has actually started with the medicinal products in the market, but later on they have actually gone through with some different, altogether very different, you could say, range of products. Now, I'm just going in detail right now when we talk about the growth sector. Okay, you can see that the concentration and the diversification. You can see that the Patanjali, when they started into the market, they have basically started with the concentration growth strategy. But later on, as we can see that the Patanjali as a brand, now I'm talking right now, is basically more focusing on the diversification as well. And always remember, whenever any company start their operation or start their, you could say, effort into the market, it always starts from the concentration strategy. Now, the two things which I wanted to cover up in this particular section, that is called the vertical growth and horizontal growth. Okay, anyone having any comment on this vertical growth and horizontal growth? Other than Swamiji, please. Guys, please kindly do interact. That is one of the best way to actually have a more interactive and lively classes, I think so. Miss Poonam, I think.
Yes, sir.
Madam, what is vertical growth and what is horizontal growth?
So my starting is left, sir. Starting session is.
Okay, you missed the starting session. We didn't discuss anything, ma'am, actually. We have started with the growth strategy only. The growth strategy, consists of actually nothing but the expansion of the company, okay, or concentrating on the same product line in the market.
So like Maggi, sir, Maggi was initially of noodles. Then they diversified into ketchups and Maggi masala.
Yeah, soups and everything. Yes, even masalas now they are actually providing.
The masalas are very good.
Yes. So is it a vertical growth or horizontal growth?
So it is a horizontal, sir.
Okay. What is vertical and what is horizontal growth? First of all, can anyone confirm this?
So vertical is in different.
Vertical in the same, I think.
That's the same.
In the same product line. Okay, like Parle-G started with the vertical growth. Parle-G and then the bifurcation of their different biscuits range in the market. That is vertical growth. Amul started with the milk. Then they go to the milk products and now they are going for ice creams and everything. Vertical growth.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, Swamiji, please.
Yes, sir. Means if we speak about vertical growth, means the organizations which starts with a particular product and proceeds gradually, like you said about Patanjali, and we are seeing about means Amul and all this. companies, they started with some other products, and afterwards they switched over to some other product for profit, and for profit of their organization. It can be termed as vertical growth. And for the horizontal growth, the organization for whom the product remain constant and it goes on in a particular pace, that's a form of horizontal growth.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Any other example? I think, please, guys, first of all, is it clear or not? What is vertical growth and what is horizontal growth?
No, sir. Once, please explain.
Yeah, sure. See, I'll just we'll give an example, like how the Apple company started their I could say product in the market. They actually come up only with the Apple as a brand, okay, along with iCloud, if you talk about. Then they come up with the Apple Music, okay. Then they are further actually going with the particular paid version of various activities we talk about, okay. So in that Apple range, always they come up with the AirPods as well later on. And then the other S series, which is supporting to your Apple mobile or your Apple phones, we can say. That is called vertical growth. In the same horizon, in the same range, now they are coming up with the products. Horizontal, for example, Apple come up with the mobile phones. Okay, now they are going in the other direction. Like, for example, they are coming up with the laptops. Okay, they are coming up with the iPads. These are basically called you are all together going in some different section. Apart from mobile phone, you are going in some other directions. That is called horizontal growth. One very basic example about horizontal growth. For example, if you talk about the example like Saatchi, that is a milk manufacturing company in MP, if I'm talking right now. Saatchi started their production only with their, you could say, in their factory or in their milk producing unit. Later on, they have actually acquired the whole supply chain from manufacturer to transporter to wholesaler, retailer, and their, you could say, final unit to the customer. As you can see in the market, even for Amul as well, Amul has actually go for horizontal growth as well. Why so? Because Amul, its manufacturing units, its transportation unit, its wholesaling unit, and then Amul is actually selling their product directly with their outlets as well. We talk about MTR. MTR is again following the horizontal growth strategy, because somehow from manufacturing till customer support, each and everything is provided by the MTR, Amul, Apple. This all comes under horizontal growth strategy. Horizontal means you're going in a particular parallel sequence. Vertical means you're going in the same sequence in the further lines. Guys, please.
That means what I said.
Example.
Sumit, I think there is a echo from your end. Ashish, you are saying something, please. Tell me. Ashish, it's like quite disturbing, I think, at your end. Ashish, can you please mute yourself? I think, can you please rejoin? No, I think we can't hear you properly, guys. Ashish, can you please rejoin, I think? Ashish, can you please rejoin? No, Ashish, you're not audible, I think so. Please, I'm really sorry for that. You can rejoin. I think that would be far better for us. No? No, yeah. Guys, anyone else, I think, having any example about vertical and horizontal growth, please? I hope so. I think Sumaya, yeah, example is clear now. I think Sumaya, vertical and horizontal.
Yes.
Yeah, perfect.
Yes.
Any example from your end, I think? Anyone?
So Nataraj pencils and all these small companies,
Okay.
which are still which was established much before, and it is still going on. Then Cello company, this company which manufactures only pen. Till now they are manufacturing pen. Then Agni Gel is also being prevalent. I don't know whether it is being available in other states or not, but in West Bengal, it is widely used by people.
Omnigel.
And,
Omnigel.
Yes, it's a pin.
Yeah, it's available everywhere.
It's available everywhere. Yes, sir, exactly.
Like even we take the example of BPL over here. Comes under horizontal growth strategy because the company is basically dealing with the television and other sectors, but now they are now dealing in the uh, medical sector. They are now the medical suppliers of different machines and different items. Okay, that comes under horizontal growth. What else? I think, students, any other example?
So can we consider an example? So can we consider an example of Himalaya?
How you can please explain? I think.
First of all, Himalaya was manufacturing medicines, but now they can manufacture baby products like powder and wipes, etc. Cream.
Yes, definitely, yes, very good.
Sir, same with Apollo, sir, because previously they were associated with healthcare sector, and now they are manufacturing tires, and even they're running institutions.
Yes, very good. Yes, very good. Jindal example, I think Jindal as a brand of, I think as an industrialist, now they have their own institution as well in the market. That comes under horizontal growth. Guys, I hope so it's clear. Like a lot of example we have covered up the vertical and horizontal growth.
Yes, sir.
And one more thing I just want to tell you, because whenever we are talking about this growth strategy, you can see on my slide as well, the growth strategy can actually possible only when the company is going through some strategical moves. That strategical moves may be mergers, acquisition, strategic alliance with joint ventures, wholly owned subsidiaries. Okay, these are the basic example. These are the basic strategies that the company may follow in order to, you could say, grow themselves into the existing market. Now, the second strategy which we have, that is called the concentration strategy. Okay. Now, what is concentration strategy? You can see that on my slide as well. Let me show you. Okay. Now, concentration is basically nothing but there are two basic points under concentration. Concentration we have done, I think, yes. So I think if you want to see my slides as well, I'll show you. Have we completed this slide? I think growth strategy. We are done with this slide, I think. Like recently, if you talk about Reliance is about to take over Subway. Okay, so is it which type of strategy? It is horizontal.
Horizontal.
Yeah, horizontal strategy. Very good. They are, I think, because it is not done yet, but it's in the pipeline to take over Subway as well by Reliance. Okay. Recently, I think you can see that the Flipkart is merged with Best Price. Recently, I think it was done, I think, few weeks back. So this is an example of, again,
Horizontal.
Okay, because Best Price is altogether wholesale department and Flipkart is more about an online retail chain. Okay, so this is basically again called the horizontal structure, horizontal, you could say, growth. Most important point is that all these strategies can only be approached with the help of strategical moves, and these maybe you could say mergers, acquisition, or we can say strategic alliances, which we can consider joint ventures, wholly owned subsidiaries, and other moves which the company may opt for. Guys, it's done. It's clear as well, I think. Done this slide, I think, students. Any doubt in this slide, please? The growth strategy.
No, sir.
Yeah, sure. And the concentration we have also done, I think so. Under concentration strategy, we have discussed about it may be vertical or it may be horizontal. Vertical in the same loop line, and horizontal means the parallel acquisition or integration of the company's offerings in the market. Like Apple, mobile phones, vertical, Apple Service Center, and other Apple Music, everything will come under horizontal. Guys, please have a look of this slide as well. I think we have already covered up all these important points. I hope so it's clear as well. Okay, so vertical growth, I told you about the example of Amul, example of Sachi, how they are not only manufacturing the milk products, but they are also dealing in their transportation retail outlets, vertical growth. But if they are expanding their product line, that comes under horizontal growth. Shall I move to the next slide? I think everyone, we have discussed already these points.
Yes.
Yeah, this is called vertical growth and horizontal growth. Please have a look. Because now the vertical integration is of two types. That is called the backward integration and forward integration. For example, like being an Amul company, if you were previously arranging the milk from the different suppliers, but now you are going to open your, or you could say managing your own cow yard, if you can say, just to arrange the milk. Okay, it's called backward integration. But now milk manufacturing of Amul, and they are also offering the product to the customer with their own retail outlets, is called your forward integration. Okay, like you remember the example of Amway. Amway is basically providing their product, their beauty products or whatever it could be, with their backward and forward integration both. Why so? Because Amway is basically doing their own agricultural units, and they have their own you could say distributing unit in the market as well. Am I clear, please, everyone? Backward and forward integration.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Shall we move to the next slide?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sure. This is an example. I think you can see that. Backward integration. Dell with Intel. Forward integration. Intel club with Dell. Dell actually having their own marketing agency. Forward integration. Marketing agency approaching Dell and other companies is called backward integration. This is basically all the example of vertical growth we are talking right now. Guys, shall we move?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, sure. Next, move to the next slide then. It is called horizontal growth. I think that we also discussed about. As you know that in order to survive in the market, you always need to think innovative. You always need to come up with their broad range of products. Okay. So in order to that, you need to broaden your product line.
Sir,
survive in the
please
market.
explain this horizontal thing.
Yeah, definitely. See, the example which I'm just talking right now, as you can see that initially the Maruti was only coming up with their very limited product line in the market. But now later on, Maruti actually has expanded their offering in the market, not only providing the consumer or you could say basic utility, you could say vehicle in the market, but now they are also coming up with a true value, if you remember about that they have just gone through with the second hand vehicle purchasing option, that is true value. That is called the horizontal growth. Okay, they are not only dealing with the Maruti as a brand, but they are going with true value, they are going with Nexa as well. That is called horizontal growth. Guys, please, clear? Anji. I think one example I've also mentioned over here, you can see that vertical integration and horizontal integration. You can see that example of that purchase of companies at all level of production, starting from Ace Meat Industries, that is from cattle to slaughterhouse to refrigerated railroad cars to cooled warehouses, meat packing plant and delivery wagons, and ultimately to the industries. Everything is done by only one company. Vertical integration. Horizontal is basically all about like the US oil company is there. They have actually dependent on independent oil refineries to have the fuel. That is called horizontal integration. Okay. Guys, I hope the examples are clear. Horizontal means you are just going to expand your product line. Example of Amul, example of Apple, example of Maruti. These all will come under, like Sahara as well. Like Sahara started with their property business and they entered into all together in different.
So,
Yeah.
what will be vertical then?
Vertical means the same product line the company is moving. Okay. Like for example, Reliance started their journey with a very limited, you could say, product offering in the market. Okay, like we talk about Reliance as a brand, Reliance Telecommunication. If we talk about Reliance as a company, okay, CDMA, mobile phone, GSM SIM. Later on, in the same one, if the Reliance is going one with Geo and other brands, that is called your vertical integration. But Reliance as a company is going in other direction in the apparel section, in jewelries, when we talk about even automobiles, even you could refineries, even airports now, these basically come under horizontal integration. Clear? Guys, please, is it clear?